Hey chingoos!
Tip number 1 is to get out of your comfort zone. I know that it can be hard, especially if you're an introvert, but college is a place for us to practice those skills in speaking up for ourselves. We are adults and we have no one else for someone to speak for us, and so we gotta use our own voice. If you're not understanding something, you gotta ask your professors yourself, right? Because professors aren't high school teachers or middle school teachers where they're gonna get out of their way to ask you if you have turned in an assignment, right? So college comes with great responsibility. Tip number 2 is to get connected. So we are now entering adulthood and we get to learn a lot more things in college than ever before. So college is a place where different people from different backgrounds all come together and pursue higher education. And what is a better way to, get to know more people through college? 3 is to leave high school behind. High school has, yes, left so many good memories, but you're starting a new chapter in your life. And high school you is very different from college you. You grow so much more, you get to meet new people and get closer with a lot more people in college.
Hey chingoos! My 3 advice for you guys would be 1, which GUR classes is recommended? Well, for me, I was previously a freshman last year, so I don't really have that many classes to recommend you guys, but the ones that I have taken that I enjoyed and thought were easy is xoxo 269, which is about race and ethnic relations, and I think it's really interesting to talk about race and how it's related in our environment. I feel like any music classes are super easy because it's just music and it's pretty chill, and since they're online it's probably even more chill. I'm taking one right now and I haven't been doing anything lately. Second advice, hot food places. So Bellingham really isn't known for being a foodie place like Seattle, but there are some good places that I've been to that I liked, which one would be, if you like sushi, I'd recommend Kuru Kuru Sushi. It's by the waters, it's like super pretty. And I personally think the sushi there is really good and the salmon just melts in your mouth. And I've been to like 3 different Thai food places around Bellingham area and all of them were really good for me. So I recommend any Thai food if you're feeling Thai food. I know some people like pelmeni, which is a Russian dumpling place, and it's cheap and it's really good. And if you want something warm for the winter, pho or ramen would be a good thing to eat, and pho would be $4.99, which is super close to campus. And for ramen, I recommend Muto, but I wouldn't recommend getting their takoyaki because there's a lot of batter and they put too much mayo in it. I personally didn't like it, but if you like batter and mayo, go for it. And also, for dessert, Mallard, it's super popular. I feel like everyone would know Mallard by now. It has cool flavors like jalapeno ice cream, and I know it sounds weird, but I've tried it and I felt weird that I liked it, but I didn't buy it because I didn't want to commit to it. And a no-no is Korean food. Pretty ironic, but I went to like 2 of the Korean restaurants, which I think there's only 2 in Bellingham, but both I was super disappointed. And I don't know if it's because I'm Korean and I have an expectation for it, but I don't know. It's just no. But if you like really need to eat Korean food for some reason, I guess the one near downtown is better than the one near South Campus. So if you want to eat Korean food, go to the one near downtown. That one is a little bit better, but not by much. Okay, third advice, which is time management. So don't procrastinate, get off TikTok, stop adding those things to your cart, and time is money.
Let's talk about the weather in Bellingham. It was pretty great for fall, and then winter quarter came around, and I think we had about a week of snow where we missed classes, and everything was closed, like the gym, all the food places, I don't know if the library was closed, I can't really remember, but the student workers couldn't get to their jobs, so it's like you can go other places, but you have to have the resources and you have to have warm clothes. So the first thing I would recommend is to invest in warm boots or shoes that have nice grip that will get you from point A to point B when it's rainy or snowy or slippery, and you don't have to worry about falling on your butt like I have done on the ridge a few times. Secondly, I would recommend having a warm coat. That's really important because it can get very cold and windy, and once that sideways rain starts to hit you, it's a different story. Another thing I would recommend about the cold weather in the wintertime for Bellingham is to leave a few minutes earlier than you would for your classes, because it is going to take you a little bit longer. You're going to be a little bit more cautious walking in, the hills and all in Bellingham. And everyone else is going to have the same idea as you of getting early to class. We get less daylight and more darkness, and that can kind of take a toll on a lot of young people's brains and how you feel. So another thing that could make you feel a little bit better is really focusing on yourself. If you need a self-care day, just really do that. Whatever that means to you. Sometimes for me it would be going to the gym and exercising, or hanging out with my friends, going to get coffee or food, doing a skincare night with my roommates and some other KSA members, watching a movie. It's really up to you, but just make sure to slow down some time. Now we're going to talk about the best way of studying, or finding your best studying method. For me, it took a while because I thought, I was always the person that was going to use flashcards and write them down, and, on the other side it's the answer. But that took so long, having 3 or 4 classes. So what I did was actually go on Quizlet and either find a study guide that already existed, or I made my own and I tried to make it quick. And instead of just using the flashcards, I would actually use the learn option. So you have to actually type things out, and then that helps your brain rewire and remember things. Another thing I used to do was make a long study guide for whatever test is coming up, and I would highlight green, yellow, and red. Green were things I already understood. I didn't even have to go back because I knew it by heart. Yellow was, I could sort of explain it, but I don't have it memorized just yet. And red were things that I needed help learning.
Buying books can get really expensive, especially when you buy from the bookstore. So a cheaper option is going on Facebook to a page that Western students use called WW Textbook Exchange, where people post about books they don't need anymore, or school supplies that they're selling. And then you can also put your own post about what you're looking for, including the class, the name of the book, and the ISBN number, and that way people, if they have the book, can comment and let you know if they're selling any.
Hi KSA, so for tip number 4 we have important Western resources, and to start off we'll be talking about the Academic Advising Center. So this place, students can meet up with an advisor, whether it's a made appointment or a walk-in, and these advisors help with answering any of your questions. So they can help you figure out your classes, register for your classes, and even help you prepare for your major. And then second, we have the Counseling Center, and this place students can receive therapy whether they need or want it, and in a variety of ways. They have intensive group therapy, they have workshops, and even one-on-one sessions. And then third, we have the Student Outreach Services, and here students sign up and are able to connect with a mentor who has been chosen for them. And they are usually a student here at Western who has a lot of experience and can help answer your questions, and also find resources if needed. Tip number 5, there's an app called Get Mobile, and it's free in the App Store, and basically you can check to see how many meals and dining dollars you have left in your meal plans, and also what transactions you have made. Number 6, we have dorming tips, and so we recommend that the first few weeks that you settle in, it's important to explore your building, interact with other people to get comfortable, and then find what their lounge and study areas are. So those are really important places during the whole school year. Second, keep your RA's phone number in your phone, and also the numbers that they provide just in case there's an emergency or you have a question.
Hey chingoos! Thank you so much for watching our video, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check the description box below for more information. 안녕! See you next week!
marigold. You the perfect chemical. I gotta